Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, my friends, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's up for the lovely Scorpios out there. I hope you're all fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got? And we are getting close to Scorpio season. But we're going to get this first card out here. Then we'll look into the whole tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what's in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. Let's get this first card going, though. What do we got? Please and thank you. What we got for Scorpio? Yeah, the deck is being specific. There we go. So yeah, you might be amped up about something. You might be looking towards the future with brightness and optimism, or there is something you might be like dying to do or wanting to do. This is like a very fiery energy right here up in the front. Now, before we fully get into that, if you're new here, Scorpio, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But let's get into the reading. Enough of the promos there. If you look at this very powerful divine feminine figure, she is pointing off at a very particular direction. This is somebody that knows what they want. This is somebody that knows what they want to do. That's why I get that fired up, strong type of energy. Makes sense with the energy I saw for you last week as well. So it could be as simple as you just thinking about the future, planning for the future, trying to get all your ducks in a row for the future. But another portion of you, there could be some sort of fire burning within you or something you're dying to do or dying to get going. That's the vibe I'm picking up here. It's very much fiery. It's very much like the Chariot in a way, like somebody revving up the engines, like about to do something. This is action based. So let's get into tarot. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But we're going to get you 3 cards into upright before I intuitively clarify. So let's shuffle it up one time, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for Scorpio here in early October? So, last week's reading, speaking of fiery, and I do keep these titles as simple as I can. I don't like to overconflate them. But last week's reading was titled An Explosive Warning. Okay, there was a very fiery, volatile energy. Now, that works both ways. Fiery, explosive energy could be good for motivation and passion. Hopefully, your temper wasn't like hairline trigger type of stuff where like anything could set you off. There was a lot of volatility. So we're going to see what we have this week. As I always say, energy is very fluid. Nothing's ever set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, of course. That's how tarot goes, I'm sure you know. Because this could be the energy of other people showing up here. It doesn't just have to be yours. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords in position number 1. That's the exact card in the exact same place that showed up in the Pisces reading. So we're going to put her right there. Very stern, very shrewd. You might be in that mode. Talk about... Didn't I just say like I was feeling Chariot energy? That's the second card we have here. And my friends, I only read jumpers. So that Chariot just like popped out of my hands real quick. Let's get one more out here. Interesting. Thank you. Okay, that's good. We have the 4 of Wands on the back end. That's nice. All right, Scorpio, this might be a mixed bag type of reading, and that's okay. There might be some positives. There might be various different things. You also have a bonus, more fire energy. We got our good friend, the King of Wands, sitting there in the bonus. So let's talk about this real quick. I'll go through, give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get the juicy, intuitive stuff. So notice out on the board thus far, that explosive energy I've been speaking about that's been in your overall collective for a couple weeks now. We got 2 Wands cards. We have an air card. We have Chariot, which is water, but it is very fast. That's an instrument of battle. So we're going to talk about these one by one. In position number 1, the Queen of Swords. The fact that we also have a king on the board could speak about partnerships being of importance. But the Queen of Swords could be an air sign. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. When I see the Queen of Swords, she is very stern, honest, shrewd, no nonsense, no BS. Okay, that's one of the best things about her. Yes, she is strategic, analytical, all that stuff, very similar to the King of Swords, but this is a big card of honesty and shrewdness. So this might be an energy you're getting into, like no BS, no games, but she can also signal serious things, serious situations or emotions in some kind of way. So it's going to be important to clarify her. Now, the Queen of Swords can also represent an older female in your life as well, like an older feminine figure. But moving to the center, we have the Chariot, big card of heavy action. Now, this is the card that represents Cancer, or the Cancer Collective, Cancerians in the tarot deck. Big card of movement and action. So a lot of the things I was saying about this Oracle card in the very beginning reign true for the Chariot as well. Okay, somebody getting those motors running, revving up to do something. This is one of the fastest moving cards in the whole entire deck. That's why I said it fits in with that explosive energy. Heavy card of action. This is so fast, it's almost the energy of shock. But once again, I will say this, the Chariot is an instrument of war. So sometimes it can speak about combat, conflict, okay? In its best sense, though, it is action. It's moving forward. It could speak about distance and travel, all that good stuff, of course. But when I say the Chariot, I think of action and movement, change. Moving to the very back end, we have the Four of Wands, the good old 1111 card. I love it. It's celebratory. It's happy. That's why these other cards aren't really concerning to me right now, because this could be something that's going to be celebrated. I also say whenever this card shows up, pay attention to signs, synchronicities from Spirit. You might be catching a lot of number signs. Spirit might be trying to talk to you through dreams. All those like little happenstances, or you get what I'm saying. There could be omens around you. Spirit could be trying to commune with you in some kind of way. But other than that, this is a very stable card of happiness and celebration, right? Living it up, partying. Now, moving to the very back end, we have your bonus, which I'm not going to clarify. This is another footnote. This could represent a fire sign in your life. This could represent an older male figure in your life. But when I see the King of Wands, this is somebody that directs their passions, directs their fire in the proper place. It's entrepreneurial, it's loving and caring, yes. But when I see the King of Wands, this is a master of their own passions, right? Somebody that focuses on the right things. So Spirit might be asking you to do that. And that's been a theme I've been seeing for a lot of the signs today. But let's go through, let's dive deeper on all of it, Scorpio. We're going to jump in and clarify. Okay, so let's get a good shuffle here for Scorpio, please. My guides, talk to me. What do we got? And yes, Scorpio, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Queen of Swords. And as always, if you read tarot, please feel free to give your findings to Scorpio down below, like especially if you're feeling anything from this spread, because that's why the box is here. Let's go in on this Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen here? Thank you. All right. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands in reverse here. Okay, now I don't feel like this is indecisiveness. Like this isn't somebody that's scared of the unknown. I do feel like this is kind of the energy of somebody preparing for the worst in some kind of way. Take that for what it's worth. Now, the Three of Wands is about manifesting, so you're really going to want to make sure you don't reverse manifest in this time. Like, if you're always looking for a fight, eventually you're going to find a fight. If you're always looking for an issue, eventually you're going to find an issue. That's kind of like how I'm feeling here. Nothing wrong with being prepared for any scenario, but be careful with what you're trying to manifest. I will say that, because the Three of Wands to me is a card of manifestation, right? Bringing forth what you think about, what you want to bring into this material realm. The fact that it is showing up in reverse, this could also be somebody that's jaded as well. There might be someone you're connected to that feels like life threw them a tough hand. They didn't get a right bounce. I want to see how the rest of this plays out, because this could be little feelings of bitterness that we need to watch out for. But the main thing I'm going to say here is, like, yes, be prepared, but don't manifest tough situations or issues into your life. That's the one thing I'll say. So let's keep moving over to that Chariot. There is this underlying feeling of battle, right? Now, some of you might feel like it's you against the world. Like, that's a vibe I'm picking up here. Let's keep moving. I don't want to overtalk this. Why is the Chariot here? Thank you. All right. Another water sign type of card cutting straight down the middle. We have the High Priestess in the upright underneath this Chariot. If you're connected to another water sign, they're showing up here double, specifically if it's like a Pisces or a Cancer. But the High Priestess is all about somebody's inner feelings, their empathy. She is the matron of psychics and intuitives. And when I see her underneath this Chariot, a lot of you could really be feeling it deep in your gut, like, all right, something's coming. Something big is on the horizon. Like, that's kind of the vibe I'm catching here. Like, whether that is some sort of massive or big change that's incoming, whether it's good, whether it's bad, a lot of you could feel like something big is going to be happening soon, okay? I know we were talking about preparation here in the beginning, but that's just how I feel here. Like, impending change of some sort, and I'm not saying if it's positive or negative, but a lot of you, your gut could be pulling you in that direction where you feel like something's going to pop off, right? Like any second now, something's going to pop off. That's the type of vibe I'm getting. If that's not you, just know that there's someone you're connected to that could be feeling that too. And I'm not saying it's all worst case scenario, but someone's intuition is screaming, and there could be some sort of like huge or massive changes coming in. We're going to go in on the Four of Wands, see what's up with that. And of course, this could mean like a whole lot of other things. I just don't want to overcomplicate this. Please feel free to do more research on it. But let's see what's going on with that Four of Wands. Could it be an omen from Spirit? Possibly. Thank you. All right, Two of Cups. That's good. Two of Cups in the upright underneath this Four of Wands. That is very, very good. If you feel like you're struggling, if you feel like you're going through a tough time, having somebody you can rely on is extremely important. Having somebody you could trust is extremely important. If that is something you don't currently have in your life, and we're not just talking about romance here, if you don't have somebody that you feel like they're in your corner no matter what, that could be coming in. I'll just say that. Like, there could be somebody very important coming into your life very soon. But the Two of Cups underneath this Four of Wands is like, listen, rely on your support system. Yes, there could be big changes and volatility coming. Yes, all this energy could be true. But if you have a good support structure, a good support system, you will be okay. A lot of you, I feel like you need to know that there is something or someone watching out for you. Like, I'm getting that energy of divine protection, because the Two of Cups, it is kind of angelic to me. I don't always feel like this is a person or a romantic interest. There is something angelic about it. And when I'm gazing down at this Four of Wands and the Two of Cups together, like, I feel like this is divine protection. Okay, like, you're being watched over, you're being guided. There could be Spirit really still trying to speak to you. I will say that, especially with the High Priestess here as well. So we have a very interesting spread. I think everything will be okay in the end. Just, if you need help, ask for it. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, because there's a lot of different things going on, especially with all this change we're picking up in the middle. But in position number one, we have the Queen of Swords with the Three of Wands in reverse. Like I said, watch out for the reverse manifesting. There's nothing wrong with being prepared for the worst case scenario. However, you don't want to bring things towards you that you really don't want in your life. Don't reverse manifest here. That's the best way I could put it. Yeah, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't really want to overcomplicate this section, okay? But moving forward, we have the Chariot and the High Priestess. This is a very powerful water sign type of energy, cutting right down the center. Some of you might feel like something big is about to happen, something big is about to pop off at any second. This was also giving me the vibe that a lot of you feel there's some sort of impending massive change or paradigm shift coming in. And that very well could be happening, all right? I'm not saying that it's not. There could be some big changes. Life is all about changes. Sometimes they're massive, sometimes they're small. But moving to the back end, we have the Four of Wands with the Two of Cups. This is that ride or die type of energy. You could have somebody in your corner or coming into your corner that will help you through almost anything. Another vibe I was picking up here is that of relying on your support system. Everything will be okay if you have somebody you can trust. And another vibe too, know that you are divinely protected and loved. We're going to get you one shadow card here. And we're going to see what's in the shadows for Scorpio. Interesting reading. Okay. Could be various different things and topics. So what do we got? I always say the Scorpio readings are very in-depth. There's always a lot of things going on. So we're going to get you one shadow card here, my friends. Just to see what's going on there. Do a little soul searching for my Scorpios, please. Yeah, there it is, the Magician, showing up in the shadows. Just what I was saying about the reverse manifesting, right? That's a very similar energy that we see here with this Magician. Now, the darker side of the Magician, because when we do shadow work, we're looking at the rougher sides or the inverse sides of the energy. This could be somebody that is a bit too controlling. So maybe some of you have someone in your life that is a control freak or over-controlling. trying to control every detail of every little thing. But when I see this in the shadows, this is all about creating and manifesting. So know that your thoughts have power. Know that your desires have power. Don't reverse manifest things into your own life. And also know that part of the journey of life is control what you can, but know when to release, right? You can't control every single thing that happens in this life. And that might be part of your shadow side. Like wanting that predictability, wanting to know how something's going to turn out. That's something we yearn for. But absolutely make sure you try to keep yourself optimistic. So Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. For the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the wonderful Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card you'd like to see me dressed up as for Halloween this year. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.